Welcome to Storytime from the Slab. So, I'm going to tell you a little story, and it's a story of sadness and joy and craziness. So I've been trying to get a building on this bit of land for 6 years. Now, you wouldn't recognise it because there has been a lot of work done, but as you can see, there is no building. Now, there have been many failings, some of which have been mine, but there's been a lot of, let's say, coincidental failings and problems. However, I have managed to find a solution, a perfect solution to my problem. Unfortunately, I am now 10,000 US short. So, I'm thinking I need, in a short space of time, to raise 10,000 US. Now, I do not like GoFundMes. I have nothing against them personally. It's just that I find it very hard to beg for money. So I thought, I wonder what else I can do. I can make stuff. Now, I was sitting there one day thinking, let's have a look on Instagram, because I wanted to see how much these big fancy Instagram pots, you know, the ones with millions, the big fancy Instagram pots, how much their pieces go for. A little bit of market research and scouting. Yeah, you guessed it, it started raining. Well, it was only spitting, but I don't want to get caught like last time. So we're back in the car. Where was I? So I went to this fancy Instagram potter's shop just to check out the prices. And what do you know? They're selling a bowl. One bowl. $2,000. Now, I'm not saying there isn't artistry there, and art is subjective. However, it wasn't an exciting bowl. It was a big bowl, but it wasn't exciting. And I thought to myself, what makes that bowl worth so much more than my bowls? And I started thinking, what makes my bowls unique? So, because I have to raise some funds, I thought to myself, why don't I sell the most expensive pottery on TikTok? Now, I know I've only got 8,000 followers, but is it followers that are important, or is it the pottery? I think I have some very unique selling points for my pottery. And you know how when people are packaging stuff up, you know, you watch those packaging videos on TikTok. They add a few stickers and they add a few little extra little free gifts. I have some exciting free gifts for mine. But anyway, I have made 5 pieces because my maths isn't great. I need 10,000, 5 pieces, 2,000 a piece. So I'm going to introduce you to the pieces, and I'm also going to tell you about the unique selling point of each piece. And I believe there's going to be people out there. I mean, obviously they're going to have to be rich people. And I know everyone's feeling the pinch at the moment, but I still believe if there's someone who's going to spend all that money on a pubic hair bloody set of underwear, there's going to be someone who's going to see the value in my pieces. That's all I'm saying. Also, just before I go, I thought I'd let you know, I know the whole thing's ridiculous, but what's TikTok if not ridiculous? Why can't I go with the ridiculousness of it all? I'm just going to have fun with this. You know, I've got nothing to lose. I'm going to be no worse off, but I might have some fun with these videos. So if you fancy coming along with the ride with me, or you know some rich people, I'm going to introduce you to the most expensive pottery on TikTok. Anyway, stay tuned for the next week.